Marathon with a friendly and familiar face. A couple of outtake shows ago, we visited with Diedrich Bader, who stars on The Drew Carey Show. Since then, plenty of time to cook up a fresh batch of screw-ups, and Diedrich is once again generous enough to give us a guided tour. Please welcome from the set of The Drew Carey Show, Diedrich Bader. Good to see you, Diedrich.
Thanks, Harry. I missed you. We've been having a great time doing a bunch of really funny shows. But the other day, we had such a classic, tasty outtake, I just had to bring it to you.
Can't wait to see it.
Now, some outtakes a traffic jam in your mouth, like in this clip where I run into a little geography problem.
You know, I'm all for mainstreaming, but just get it to Spain.
Well, actually, Global only serves Indiana and Ohio. Indiana? And some outtakes come from your mind. For instance, actors have character names, and obviously they have real names. Well, sometimes I get a little confused.
Hey, Louis, how you doing with Susie? She only dates rich guys.
Well, she saw me in the tux, and she heard me talking about how the guys at Drugco said they had never seen anyone climb the ladder so fast, because, you know, I'm doing that work on the roof and all. Anyway, you know, she just came up with the idea that I was rich. Oh, by the way, I don't live here. I own the building.
Oh, but Ryan, you can't afford this. Ryan.
It's okay. It's all right. Ryan Stiles!
And some outtakes are just pure Drew. Here is the classic clip, the screw-up that will live forever in infamy. It starts out simply, Drew just messes up a line.
And action for this.
Boy, it's about time someone changed those training films. I mean, they look like they were in the 50s.
Yeah, I've seen those films. They always got the guys with the crew cuts and the skinny ties and the big black glasses. Yeah, that's right, buddy. I'm saying you look stupid.
Well, I won't look so stupid when I'm regional personnel director, manager.
Then he does it again.
And action, Diedrich.
I've seen those films. They always got the guys with the crew cuts and the thin ties and those big black glasses. That's right, buddy. I'm saying you look stupid.
Well, I won't look so stupid when I'm regional personnel manager. Hey, it's about time. I'm going to celebrate my...
Okay, we're still rolling.
Now, listen closely. In this take, even the audience gets involved. That's right, buddy. I'm saying you look stupid.
Well, I won't look so stupid when I'm regional personnel director. Yeah,
Rumor has it that audience member now has his own show.
Hey, Diedrich, thanks for joining us. And anytime you can smuggle out some more screw-ups, we'd appreciate it.
It's my pleasure, Harry. Godspeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, Diedrich Bader. Now, when you made the decision to become a local TV reporter, you knew about the low pay, the grueling hours, and the run-of-the-mill stories. But what you didn't bargain for were the bumps, bruises, and concussions.
3, 2, 1. So what happens when we find ourselves stuck in a ton of snow or ice? Well, we can use cat litter, sand, or something we all have in our car.
This guy, while doing a winter sports report, gets to experience snow conditions firsthand.
Okay, without doubt, this is the most spectacular spectating point on any rally in the world. We're on the Col de Turini, 5,000 feet up in the French Alps. It's midnight, and there are 6,000 people here. Quite fast. I don't think he's broken the record, though. 41. Jason's done 41. That's amazing. He has broken it. I didn't think he was that fast. Thank you. Great.
Watch out for that hay. Here's a reenactment of what's supposed to be a sneaky burglar silently breaking into a home.
Spend about 15 minutes inside.
Unfortunately, this guy becomes his own burglar alarm. In this firefighting footage, the frontline reporter is just off camera. Evidently, not far enough off camera.
You're going to want to get your camera through the news crew. Shoot. We got a big lot of people. You'll be glad to know it's not toxic, but basically it's corrosive, so you want to get it on your get it off your camera and stuff.
This happens to you all the time, does it?
No, not all the time.
It clashes with what I was planning on wearing today.
Well, it'll go with your burnt sneakers. Huh?
Oh, smooth.
Yeah.
Even in the relative safety of his own kitchen, this arrogant chef serves up a little finger food.
So first of all, let's get on with the garlic. Now I'm using this Japanese mandolin, which you've got to be extremely careful with. Every chef that uses it cuts themselves once, but you never do it again. It says in Japanese on one side and English on the other, watch your fingers. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And what the most sensible thing to do is not actually to... Ow!
In bringing you each new collection of the world's funniest outtakes, we have discovered that one segment has become phenomenally popular. I'm referring, of course, to our own beloved Outtakes Challenge. So, once again, it's time to test your miscue IQ. Try to guess what the screw-up is going to be before it happens. Let's start with an easy one. A recently fed infant, a proud mama, a whole lot of shaking going on. What's coming up? From the mouths of babes, yuck. A kid playing frisbee, his movie-making mom's distracting directorial debut.
Billy, look up here.
Is it a hit? Yeah, sort of. A manly man. A heavy metal barrier. A test of brute strength. Will he take it on the chin? No, he just slacks off. There'll be nincompoops as far as the eye can see when the world's funniest outtakes return. The hit sitcom Coach is a consistent supplier of hilarious foul-ups. And that's because the fun-loving Craig T. Nelson, Jerry Van Dyke, and the rest of the gang are just as amused by their outtakes as we are.
And I had her recalculate everything based on a 5-year lease instead of your standard 3. Then I got her to waive my cap reduction, decrease the mileage limit, amortize the options over the life of the lease, and knock a couple of points off the interest rate. Wow!
Billy, give him this. He'll take it right off you. No!
$5 million a year. Coach, you think Doris will go for that?
Well, we all know Doris is pretty eccentric, but when it comes to business, she can be a very reasonable woman.
Why did you wait?
We'll treat you to the Super Bowl of Coach Outtakes later in the show. Now, there's not a kid in America who wouldn't do anything for a go-kart or a mini bike, but listen, you kids, there's a reason off-road vehicles aren't allowed on the road. A successful go-kart racer will always take the inside track on a curve. The reasons are obvious. This guy scores a 9.8 for his graceful dismount. Welcome to Go-Kart Driver's Ed. First lesson, right turns. Good. Now let's try parallel parking. Believe it or not, no one in any of those clips was hurt. Now, we watched him grow up right before our eyes as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. And now he's a director and a star of his own sitcom. Please welcome, from the set of Malcolm and Eddie, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Hey, Malcolm, thanks for being here.
How you doing, Harry? Thanks for having me, man.
So I hear you have a new show. Tell us about it, huh?
Okay, well, the show is about two guys who live in Kansas City. Their apartment is above an Irish pub called Kelly's. And at the beginning of the season, Malcolm and Eddie won the lottery, so they said, what the hell? They bought the whole building. So Malcolm runs the bar downstairs, which is now called Malcolm McGee's, and Eddie runs a tow and repair shop out of the garage in the building. But I realized that my 8 years of working with Mr. Cosby has really prepared me for this show because, like Mr. Cosby, Eddie Griffin really does not like doing the same scene the same way. Here he is doing his best James Brown.
Get up! Get on up! Get up! Get on up! Come here.
Here he's Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men.
You can't handle the truth, but you can handle waking up over there.
Some munchkin from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we're off to see the wizard, and if you don't get up, you can't go.
Al Pacino, Scarface.
You want to go to war? You want to go to war? If you don't wake up, you can say hello to my little friend.
Okay, Malcolm, you showed us plenty of Eddie's outtakes. How about some of yours, huh?
Are you serious? Harry, come on. I don't make mistakes, man.
No, time you fess up. I hear you've got a couple of Freudian slips in your closet.
Okay, you got me. It's a couple very rare clips of very rare mistakes I ever make, but you can check it out and see if you can tell what's on my mind. Hey, Eddie, how about a little sex on a drink? We could strip naked and make Jell-O sandwiches. Hey, Holly, give me some booty.
Malcolm, those are great. And believe it or not, we got a few more to show later in the show.
But we didn't make that many mistakes, Harry. Come on.
Oh, I got the evidence. See you later.
All right.
Those who can do, and those who can't become local news reporters. As you'll see from these clips, sensitivity and intelligence aren't necessarily job requirements, especially when it comes to dealing with death.
A lot of shootings going on today, but otherwise a really nice, quiet day. Sun was nice, the weather was nice.
Very nice day across our air. Beth Ecker's here with a look at the weather.
Well, I don't even know how to come out of that. It was a good day to stay inside and take down the Christmas tree.
And here, what should be happy talk takes an ugly turn.
And we're sitting right here, and we have got some good things going. I'm telling you to be quiet. It's party time, and the good weather out there right now. Small craft advisory is in effect.
And I hope that all the viewers saw that, as you're like.
What? I'm just telling you to hush, because I'm about to do the weather.
They saw it
Small
right
craft
on
advisory.
camera.
Yeah, they did. Well, they should know by now that we pretty much abuse each other. And the water, our shop.
With you doing the most abuse.
Yeah, pretty much.
Our next anchor is lost in space.
Fighting alternatives. This is Tom Kendall reporting.
Nearly 900 people representing some 90,000 baptized members.
And we've got more NBL action for you tomorrow on NBL 89. You'll see the Sydney Kings in action from 12. Make sure you miss it.
Okay, I will. Here the big news is there is no news.
And I would like to tell you some more news, but I don't actually have it.
Well, I do have some more. Some non-business news stories with money. No, we haven't got that right either.
Wake up, little newsheed. Wake up. immature duo needs to be sent to the principal's office.
Oh, all right, go on.
Explosion. Actually, I've got a hard one for you, Jen. I've got 20 double passes to give away to our viewers. 20 in-season passes. And all they have to do is write into us here, care of Good Morning Perth, and put on the back the name of the star of Die Hard 2. You're right there, Jen? Okay. And they're in-season passes, so our winners will be drawn out next week. And that'll be it. Should we go to commercial?
Oh, I think we should.
Come on back to Malfunction Junction when the world's funniest outtakes continue.
Up next, Pauly Shore gets ditched.
You're screwing up my wig, Pauly.
Some hand-to-hand with Jackie Chan. Salma Hayek cracks up Matthew Perry. More broken plays from Coach and some booty flambe. All when the world's funniest outtakes return.
Pauly Shore is truly America's sweetheart. And now there's much more of him to go around because he has his own series on Fox. In this first outtake, bewigged guest star Christina Applegate isn't happy with Pauly's attempts to cool her off.
What kind of lawyer are you? You're screwing up my wig, Pauly. Hold on.
I was just trying to be really annoying.
And even though Christina isn't playing her bimbo-esque Married with Children character, some of Kelly Bundy's traits have apparently slopped over.
Okay.
You can fan this area.
Sorry, but how?
Here's the way another scene looked as it was broadcast.
Please.
I want to go to the best hairdresser in town. I'm thinking of going blonde.
The insulting outtake occurred when the actress accidentally said something that struck a sensitive chord with Pauly and his increasingly large forehead.
Please.
I want to go to the best hairdresser in town. I'm thinking of going bald.
Straight to the cliche. In sports, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. Or for our purposes, how stupid you look doing it. What's the worst thing about being a male gymnast? Usually, you don't think of pool as a contact sport. I know you want to see that again. He shoots, he scores. Will he go for the extra point? Yes. Fishing and bicycling are two sports that don't mix. This technically is not a sport, we just like watching it. Action star Jackie Chan is world famous for putting his life on the line while doing his own complex and precisely executed death-defying stunts. He's also known for his humongous medical bills. First, we'll take a look at some of Jackie's astonishing stunts as they appear in his new movie, First Strike, and then we'll see some painful-looking outtakes of the same scenes. I even have to tell you not to try that stuff at home? It's common knowledge that some video screw-up shows pay fast cash for the best clips. But there's a dirty little secret hidden not only in some outtakes, but deep in the human soul. That's right. The horrible truth is, some outtakes are fake. We've scoured literally thousands of clips from around the world to bring you some prime suspects from the sleazy and dangerous world of staged outtakes. And we'll provide you with some clues to watch for as you try to answer the question, are these outtakes real or staged? Clue number 1, why the heck is the guy being videotaped? It's suspicious when a clip features somebody doing something completely uninteresting, such as painting a wall. And would anybody videotape a guy chopping wood if it wasn't for the fact that he's doing it next to a huge rickety stack of potentially painful debris? Clue number 2, excessive choreography. This guy sets his butt on fire, calmly pauses to show his flaming keister to the camera, and quenches himself in a bathtub, which, conveniently, is already filled with water. At first, we weren't sure if this next clip is a setup or a practical joke on the occupant of this porta-potty. But when we played it in slow-mo, we happened upon clue number 3. What kind of guy does his duty without dropping his pants? Clue number 4, a cruddy old car. Clue number 5, a falsely nonchalant attitude. Look how casually the guy walks away from the car. And clue number 6, the camera starts to pan over before the outtake even happens. Now, with the exception of guys forgetting to drop their drawers, our last questionable clip features all the other clues, plus a new one. Another cruddy car, this one with a flat tire. A majestic mountain road with a steep drop-off. They have no jack, so they lift the car to change the tire. That guy seems to be working really hard. Clue number 7. When encountering disaster, anyone who holds his head in horror but still laughs is a bad actor and a big faker. 1,000 years from now, when